Alright, what's up guys? So basically I already have the coil rail thing over here. Not the coil rail, but the coil pack from K Suspension. That's already done, the wiring's done. So next thing now, before I can even attempt to try to turn it on, is a oil pan for the transmission. I'll show you guys right quick. It's leaking. Previous owner didn't mention anything about it, but he said it was running, driving, so that's basically all I know. But I mean, well, it's too dark up there, but all that's leaking up there. Can't really tell. Well, but we can tell back there. Like, see all that oil? I mean, you see this right here? It's all oiled up, everything. It's all leaking. See, the whole back over here is covered in oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and redo the oil pan right here. Basically, it's just a 14 for the drain right there, and then all the bolts around are 10s. Let's see. I also still have to do the exhaust. The exhaust is cut literally right here. So right after the crossmember here, so or transmission brace thing, whatever. So that's kind of, it's gonna be really loud, but at least the end piece is still hanging back there. Man, it's really, can't really tell. It's hanging right there. So I just need a pipe right there, probably some kind of something. But that's basically it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this, and hopefully it comes out good and doesn't leak anymore. The other side is not leaking. It's not even dirty, so that's, I don't know. I hope it's not something else. But this side, and it looks like they put extra RTV and. Oh, there we go. Well, kinda, but so they put different. They put a gasket. They put different RTVs, and it's still leaking. So we'll have to see. Hopefully, it's not something worse. But it's so windy. Sorry about the wind noise. I'll see if I can film it without it being so windy and then the noise, and obviously I'll post it. If not, then I'll not post it. Try to fix it. But yeah, go ahead and get the tools and get started. All right, so gonna go ahead and get started. Basically, first thing first. I mean, this thing's already is drained. I think. I mean, it's leaking really bad. So, but anyways, the drain plug's right here. 14. Yeah, 14. And go ahead and drain it. Make sure this thing's open. See if any comes out. Oh, it does come out. Wow. Alright. So I guess it did have some still. Apparently. Like I said, the guy said he was driving it and stuff, so hopefully it wasn't me. When I told it on the dolly, and yeah, so I hope I didn't mess it up. We'll see. Cause I asked him, he said it wasn't leaking, but I mean, there's a lot of oil buildup back here, so I assumed that it's been leaking for a while. It's like one of those things, whatever. So we'll see what happens. So I just go ahead and let this all drain out, and then I'll start removing all these 10mm bolts on the side. There you go. Alright, so I already took off all the bolts or screws. 10mm was a ton. I I'm pretty sure it was leaking before, or they're trying to mess with it, and I'll show you guys why right now in a bit. But let me just see if I can lower this without making a mess. Oh no. I feel like something's holding it on the other side. Uh-oh. I think I guess I just let it keep draining. There's something on the other side for sure holding onto it. I think it's the dipstick thing, but I just finished letting it drain some more right quick, and then we'll check it out on the other side right quick. Okay, so I found out what was holding it. Still stuck. You can see right there, that's the dipstick. So basically, you just gotta keep pushing the oil pan down so it could come apart right there. Right here. So that's the dipstick from the top. This is the oil pans right here, and just gotta keep pulling it down, and it should come apart. If I could get my hand in here somehow. Alright, well, I'm gonna need both hands. Let me see if I can do this, and then I'll show you guys. Alright, so I got the oil pan off, and here's what I was talking about, where you have to basically pull the oil pan down so it'll come off out of the dipstick thing. And you can probably tell right away. So this side is the one that wasn't leaking, but look, see how, well, if I'll focus, let's see, there we go. See how it's nice and flat right here, and then you get a little bump, flat, bump. All this right here is nice and flat. That's nice and flat, flat. And this is the side that was leaking. You can tell right away. See how lifted that side is right here, where we put in the bolts. I think what happened was it might have started leaking a little bit, and their thing was just tighten the bolts. And you see how it bent the oil pan up. So basically all I'm gonna do is go ahead and you can tell pretty good on this one. Well, let's see. So I'm gonna go ahead and do is I'm gonna go ahead and clean this up. There is some stuff in here. See all this? I'm not sure if it's just dirt or you know. Whoa, I wonder if these are magnets. They're magnets. Ooh, I don't know. These are magnets right here. I had no idea. And this is all metal and junk that's attached to the magnet. Ooh, don't like how that looks, but let's go ahead and clean it anyways. Like I said, hopefully it'll work, and hopefully it's nothing too bad. I'm just gonna go ahead and pound these out, flip it over, and try to get a flat piece of wood, skinny enough for right here, and then just pound it from the other side, obviously, make it flat, and then clean the bottom of the transmission over here and put it back together. Hopefully I can get that done pretty quick. There you go. Alright, so I already got it clean. Well, as clean as I'm gonna get it right now. You can see the little bumps better now. See, it's like, and I think, you know, that's obviously, it warps the pan and it doesn't let it seal properly, and people panic and tighten it more, and you know, but that's that. Here's the gasket that was down there on the pan. see. See right there? Busted right here. Busted right there. Busted right there. And busted right there. And right here. So, I don't know. I mean, the gasket's still, you know, flexible and stuff. I'm not sure if I want to use a gasket because, I mean, obviously it didn't work for whoever did this, and I'm pretty sure someone already tried to fix it. So I don't know if it was the fact that failed again, or they didn't do it right, or they just didn't fix the oil pan to begin with. So I don't know. I probably just will go ahead and buy the gasket and just rub a little bit of RTV just to, you know, help it stick. That way I won't, you know, be, see, because I feel like they see how it wasn't even in the right spot in a lot of these places. So just to help it stick, and hopefully it'll not fall off and will stop the leaking. But obviously I think that's the most important thing anyways, like fixing the oil pan. So we'll deal with that. And as I was doing cleaning the oil pan, my fuel line thing came in. This is the one that goes from the hard line on the Jeep to the tank, to the pickup assembly thing for the fuel pump. This was like 40 bucks, I think it was. 30 something, 40 shipping, something like that. Other Jeep places that I saw online, Facebook, Craigslist, all that, parts Jeeps, it was gone, or the Jeep was already on the ground to where they couldn't get to it. So I had to. This is the only one I found too, on eBay. I'm not sure if I was even naming it right or not, because every time I searched it, this was the only one. So either that was the only one, or I don't know what the heck they're called. I just put fuel line quick release, fuel tank quick release, or something like that, and it popped up, and it popped up again and again. So I bought it. I was gonna buy the fuel line, for the filler and the vent from the same person, but that was another 50. So yeah, I didn't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and try something different for that. But yeah, that's something else though. So go ahead and put this back. We'll go ahead and go check out, see if they have any in stock gaskets, so I can go ahead and put this back. I already cleaned the bottom down there. A lot of RTV. I didn't even show you guys, but I mean, you can tell from this, you know, all this that they used right here, it was insane down there. But let me go ahead and see if they got anything in stock, and I come right back, and hopefully we can get this on the road today. Alright, so it's actually been 2 days. No, yeah, like 2 days since the last video where I went to go get supposedly the gasket. I did get the gasket. It's already dark. It's raining. It's been raining for the past 2 days, and it's gonna rain all week and next week. So go ahead and try to actually finish this, because the garage is already flooding, so everything's already wet. So that sucks. But anyways, I got the gasket. See, I can show you guys. When I first put it on here, it was like this, like that. All right, and as you can tell right away, some of them line up and some don't. See? And I think that's what might have happened with the other one, and that's when they started making their own little holes and stuff. But you know, you gotta flip it, or you know, make sure it's on there right. And it's like that. And everything lines up perfectly. But this gasket feels like rubber. Well, like a valve cover rubber type piece, but at the same time it feels like corkscrew type. Weird. It's a weird gasket. So I don't know if I will put any of the gasket maker, the RTV. I did already buy it, so I might just, not necessarily put a bead, but just rub it lightly, just to, little stickiness, so it won't slide around and stuff while I'm putting the bolts in. But that's it right there. So all I have to do now is make sure the bottom is dry, clean. So the most important thing, obviously, make sure the oil pan's nice and flat. Second thing is make sure that the mating surfaces, so this and the bottom of the transmission, are clean. And with those two, I mean, it should be good. It shouldn't leak anymore or anything like that. But we'll see. I don't want to. All right, I'll show you guys right now how to install it while I install it. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and start putting the oil pan back on. I'm gonna start from this side because trying to put the tube back into the proper spot. So hopefully it goes in there. I don't remember how it went. Okay, so I got the oil pan back in, and see, this is nice and tight. I just went hand tight. Maybe there's a torque spec for them or something, but I just hand tight them evenly all the way across. But it's done. Sorry about the wind if it's too loud. I'm trying to get this Jeep done already. It stopped raining, so that's good. But it's gonna rain later. But you can see right there, that piece right there, that's the dipstick. Check the oil levels or whatever. And when I was putting it back in, it didn't go in evenly. It stuck out, so it's hanging out. So I gotta take the bolt off from the top over there, from the bell housing that holds it, and just re-put it in there. So that's nothing too crazy, too bad. But that's basically it. Oil pan's done. One step closer to getting this Jeep done. I mean, you can tell, I mean, this thing is rust free, so that's awesome. Can't wait. It's gonna be awesome. But that's it for this video. Thanks for watching. If you got any questions on it, just let me know. Ow. If you got any questions on it, just let me know. And stick around for the next one.